Hi, my name's Cheese, and welcome to another Fossil Sweeper Progress Update video. If you haven't heard of the project before, you can find an overview here, but the TLDR is it's like Minesweeper, but you're digging up fossils, and you need to build skeletons out of the stuff you find. For the past month or so, I've been giving attention to map assets, and also I've done a first pass on chat integration. Toward the end of August, I started putting time into thinking about the level of detail density I want to have for final map assets. I want to aim for something that conveys identifiable land masses, but is simplified and perhaps cartoonish in a way that the current placeholder continent isn't. I did some texture painting in Blender to explore what level of fidelity might work. Blender lets you save textures externally or pack them into the blend file, but if you don't explicitly do either, it will happily exit with that stuff in an unsaved limbo with no warning. I lost that work, but still gained the insight that I wanted to get from doing it. With much of September being taken up by other projects, Bad Egg's third Hatch Day patch now available and Art for Snakes multiplayer update coming soon, and some general administrative stuff, I turned my Fossil Sweeper attention to work that I could approach in a more piecemeal fashion, and started on a first pass implementation of chat implementation. Building on work I'd done for previous projects like Hive Time, I'm aiming to make Fossil Sweeper playable without a player, while also giving players control over the level of influence that chat participants can have over the game when they are present. While working on Hive Time, I discovered that there are two important axes along which chat integration features can have value: interactions that affect the viewer's sense of ownership over the player's experience of playing the game, and interactions that affect the viewer's sense of ownership over their own experience of viewing. For example, having individual bees named after chat participants lets viewers feel like they're a part of things, but doesn't greatly affect the player's experience. While individual votes on event outcomes don't feel significant, together they can give a player a significant hurdle or a much needed lifeline. I try to provide a mix of features that can provide value along both axes, and that's been well received in my games so far. At the time of writing, chat participants can place flags and dig tiles in the dig phase. While working on that, I realised that I didn't have any coordinate labels, so I did a quick and dirty implementation of those that lets the labels be visible regardless of camera zoom or position. I've started work on chat integration for the assembly phase as well. It has a few extra hurdles, both because of its real-time nature and because chunks at varying distances from the camera will not appear aligned to a grid. My plan is to implement chat integration for the map and research phases as voting for preferred options, which will be comparatively straightforward. On top of this core functionality, I'd like to give viewers the ability to take actions that influence things like digability cooldowns, the upcoming dig sites that are available in the map phase, and research duration. I also like the idea of viewers being able to suggest names for specimens and things like that too. A very big thank you to the supporters going by on screen at the moment. Their support has helped me eat while making this game, and I am so very appreciative. A huge thanks also to Screen Tasmania, who supported this project with a small grant. Anyway, that's about it for today. If you'd like to keep track of development or try the playable prototype, you can find some links in the description. And if you're super keen to check out what we talked about here today, I make early test builds available to my supporters on Patreon. Thanks for watching, and goodbye!